Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Madolche deck profile for September 2013. A couple of you guys have been asking me for quite a while to update this deck, so I thought I'd finally get around to doing it. It's a pretty fun deck, so I definitely recommend giving it a shot. We'll go ahead and go through the main deck and extra deck, so let's go ahead and get started. I run 3 Madolche Madolche, pretty much one of your main Madolches of the deck. Pretty much with her, when you normal or flip summon her, you can add 1 Madolche monster from your deck to your hand. So she's pretty much the search you need for the deck to keep your hand plentiful. And like all Madolche monsters, she goes back into the deck when she is destroyed and sent to the grave, so it always keeps them constantly being recycled. I also run 3 Madolche Hootcake. Pretty much with him, you can banish a monster in your graveyard to special summon 1 Madolche monster from your deck, so you can get some good exceeds off with him, or just special summon something else you need for the situation, like Message Gelato or Pudding Cess. I also run 1 Pudding Cess. I like it at 1. I'm pretty comfortable just using 1. I like her pop ability, and the whole she gains 800 attack points if you have nothing in your graveyard really isn't that important of a thing. It's just a little bit of a bonus. You can get her attack points to 1500, which isn't too bad with Chateau. But like I said, I just like her for her pop ability to destroy cards on the field. Plus, I use 3 Madolche Message Gelato. Pretty much with this guy, when he is special summoned, if I control a beast Madolche type monster, I can add 1 Madolche spell or trap from my deck to my hand. So pretty much with him, I can search out Chateau, Ticket, Palooza, whatever I need for the situation. Plus, he's a level 4, so he helps me go into Tiramisu, the main exceed of the deck. I also run 2 Madolche Mewtwo. Pretty much when this card is normal summon, I could special summon 1 Madolche monster from my hand, so I can get Pudding Cess easily out on the field. I can get another level 3 like Hootcake. I can get Message Gelato and get the effect like that. A really helpful card in the deck. And I also run 2 Madolche Croissant. Pretty much with him, you can target 1 face-up Madolche card you control, accept this card, return it to the hand, and if you do, increase this card's level by 1 and attack by 300. So you can return, let's say, Chateau to use it again, Ticket, make this card a level 4, so once again, you can go for the exceed summons you need. Because rank 3 exceeds are good, but with this deck, you really want to get Tiramisu out and emphasize her effect. I'm also running 1 TG Striker. The main reason I run Striker is 1, you can special summon him if you control no monsters, and plus I can get the synchro summons off as well, so I can go into stuff like Naturia Beast, Barkion, stuff that really help with the deck, which is why I like running 1. I may change it to 2, but I'm pretty comfortable with 1 at the moment. Plus, I also use 1 Spell Striker. Pretty much with him, I can special summon this card from my hand by banishing 1 spell card in my graveyard. This can attack your opponent directly, and you take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. So he pretty much helps with the exceed summons like I told you before. He can also help with a couple synchros with Striker. He's just overall pretty good. 1, because you have a lot of spells in this deck, including Chateau and Ticket, like I've said before, so it makes it really easy to get him out, since you know you'll have spells to work with. And I also run 2 Effect Veiler. Pretty much I use Veiler because the biggest weakness with this deck are effects that would either return the Madolche to your hand or banish it like that, so Veiler really helps in that situation. And that's it for monsters. We'll move on to spells. For spells, I run 2 Madolche Ticket. Pretty much with this, when a Madolche card is returned to your side of the field or graveyard to your hand or main deck by a card effect, you can add 1 Madolche monster from your deck to your hand. So pretty much this effect really helps because Madolche effects are always going off in the grave, so you'll get that extra search with Ticket. It really helps. And if you control a fairy type monster, which is Pudding Cess or Tiramisu, you can special summon that target you get back. So constant special summons and searches with that card. And I'm also running 3 Madolche Chateau. Pretty much when this card is activated, shuffle all Madolche monsters in your graveyard into the deck. All Madolche monsters on the field gain 500 attack. And if a monster in your graveyard would be returned to the deck, you can add it to your hand instead. So combined with Ticket, this card makes for a really deadly attack force. Plus, I also run 1 Instant Fusion. I run this pretty much because I can get stuff like Fusionist or Kabanawa Warrior out on the field to go for exceed summon plays like that, so it really helps. And I'm also running 1 Book of Moon, 1 Reinforcements of the Army, just helps for that search, including Striker and Message Gelato, 3 MST, and 1 Dark Hole. And we'll move on to traps. For traps, I'm running 2 Fiendish Chain. pretty much just staple, along with 2 Mirror Force, 2 Dimensional Prison, 1 Compulse, 1 Bottomless, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Madolche Palooza. Really helps end game to finish off a game by specially summoning a bunch of Madolche monsters from my hand. And now we'll move on to the extra deck. The main card of the deck, pretty much, Tiara Masu. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card, then target up to 2 Madolche monsters in your graveyard, shuffle those cards into the deck, then shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck up to the number that you return. So pretty much, cards like Zen Mains and all of them really get defeated pretty easily with Queen Tiara Masu. So you gotta run 2. I like running 2 because I do want to keep my extra deck full of options for other cards. I'm also running 1 Temtempo, 1 Leviaire, helps with Hoot Cake when you banish monsters, 1 Fairy King, 1 Invoker, 1 Soul of Silver Mountain, 1 Zen Mains, 1 Maestroke, 1 Diamond Dire, and to work with Striker, I run 1 Nature Beast, Barkion, and Landois, and for the instant fusion, 1 Dragoness, the Wicked Knight. I should be running Fusionist, I just don't have one, and 1 Carbonala Warrior. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. Definitely recommend giving Madolches a shot. It's a very fun deck. They've been seeing a lot of play, so definitely pick some up if you got the chance. And that's it for the deck profile. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.